What would be the outcome if a nuclear war broke out today? A chilling thought, isn't it? Well, the consequences would be nothing short of catastrophic. We're not just talking about the immediate devastation caused by nuclear explosions, but the long-term effects on humanity and our planet. Nuclear winter, famine, radiation sickness, to name a few. Nuclear weapons have undeniably changed the face of modern warfare. They are not just tools of destruction, but also of strategic balance. It's a deadly game of chess, where the players are nations and the pawns are nuclear warheads. The threat of mutual destruction ensures an uneasy peace, but it's a peace nonetheless. However, the stakes are high, too high perhaps. Even a minor miscalculation could trigger a chain of events leading to a nuclear Armageddon, a world where cities become graveyards and civilization is reduced to ashes. Let's delve deeper into the military capabilities of different countries, focusing on their nuclear arsenals. Opening, the United States, Russia and China possess the largest nuclear arsenals in the world. When we think of nuclear powers, three nations rise to the top: the United States, Russia and China. It's an uneasy triumvirate, each holding the potential to reshape the world in a flash of blinding light. The United States has long been a key player in the nuclear club. With an estimated 5,000 warheads at its disposal, America's nuclear capabilities are far-reaching. The US delivery systems are diverse, ranging from land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles to submarine-launched ballistic missiles and strategic bombers. The modernization of these systems and the development of advanced defense mechanisms like the ground-based mid-course defense underline the country's commitment to maintaining its nuclear deterrent. Russia, on the other hand, is believed to have the largest number of nuclear warheads worldwide, with approximately 6,500. These warheads can be delivered via a variety of systems, including land-based missiles, submarine-launched missiles, and strategic bombers. Russia's ongoing nuclear modernization program, including the development of hypersonic weapons, signals its intent to stay a formidable nuclear force. China, meanwhile, has a smaller but steadily growing nuclear arsenal, estimated at around 300 warheads. Its delivery systems include land-based ballistic missiles, submarine-launched missiles, and bombers. China's commitment to strengthening its nuclear forces is evident in its ongoing nuclear modernization programs, which include the development of multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicles, MIRVs, and improvements to its missile defense systems. The nuclear capabilities of these three nations are not just about the number of warheads or delivery systems. They are about the strategic balance of power and the ability to deter potential adversaries. They're about the pursuit of national security and geopolitical influence in an increasingly complex and uncertain world. Closing. These three nations hold significant power due to their extensive nuclear arsenals. Beyond the big three, the United Kingdom, France and India have formidable nuclear capabilities. Let's delve into the nuclear prowess of these nations, each with its unique history and strategic perspectives. The United Kingdom, being one of the 5 official nuclear weapon states recognized by the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons, maintains a relatively small but potent nuclear arsenal. Their program, initiated in the mid-20th century, has matured into a fleet of 4 Vanguard-class submarines, each capable of carrying up to 16 Trident II-D5 ballistic missiles. While the exact number of warheads remains classified, estimates suggest a figure of around 200. Across the Channel, France, another of the official nuclear weapon states, maintains an independent nuclear force known as the Force de Frappe, or Strike Force. The French nuclear program, born out of Charles de Gaulle's vision for an autonomous French defense, has evolved into a two-pronged approach: sea-based ballistic missile submarines and air-delivered nuclear weapons. France is believed to possess approximately 300 warheads, making it the third-largest nuclear weapons state. Venturing further east, we find India, a country that embarked on its nuclear journey later than the UK and France. India conducted its first nuclear test in May 1974, dubbing it a peaceful nuclear explosion. However, it wasn't until 1998, with a series of tests, that India declared itself a nuclear weapons state. Today, India's nuclear strategy is based on a no-first-use doctrine, and its arsenal, which is believed to consist of around 150 warheads, is deliverable by air, land, and sea-based platforms. These countries, while having smaller arsenals, still play a crucial role in the global nuclear balance. Their capabilities, combined with their strategic positioning and alliances, add to the complex web of nuclear deterrence that straddles the globe. It's a sobering reminder of the power and responsibility these nations hold, and the delicate balance that keeps the world from the brink of nuclear warfare. These countries, while having smaller arsenals, still play a crucial role in the nuclear balance. Pakistan, Israel, and North Korea are controversial players in the nuclear arena. Let's start with Pakistan. It's estimated that they possess somewhere in the range of 160 to 200 nuclear warheads. Pakistan's nuclear program began in earnest during the 70s, largely in response to India's nuclear tests. The country's first successful nuclear test was conducted in 1998, and since then, Pakistan has become an established nuclear power, albeit a controversial one. The international community has raised concerns about the security of Pakistan's nuclear arsenal, given the country's history of political instability and terrorist activity. Then there's Israel, a country that has never officially confirmed nor denied its possession of nuclear weapons. However, it's widely believed that Israel has been a nuclear state since the late 60s. The size of Israel's nuclear arsenal is subject to speculation, but estimates suggest the country may have around 80 to 90 warheads. Israel's policy of nuclear ambiguity, or amimut, as it's known in Hebrew, has been a source of tension in the Middle East and beyond. Finally, we come to North Korea. This reclusive state has been on the world's nuclear radar since the early 2000s, when it withdrew from the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons. North Korea's nuclear tests and its development of long-range missiles have caused alarm around the globe. It's estimated that North Korea has between 20 to 30 nuclear warheads, but the country's secretive nature makes it difficult to obtain accurate figures. In conclusion, these three nations, Pakistan, Israel, and North Korea, hold significant nuclear capabilities. Their secretive programs, combined with the international controversies surrounding them, contribute to an air of unease in the global community. Their nuclear programs have been a source of international tension and conflict. Iran and Saudi Arabia are often cited as nuclear aspirants. These two nations, steeped in historical rivalries and religious tensions, are engaged in a high-stakes race for nuclear power. Iran, under the scrutiny of international watchdogs, has been developing its nuclear program under the claim of peaceful energy generation. However, concerns persist about the potential militarization of their nuclear ambitions. On the other hand, Saudi Arabia, a key player in Middle East geopolitics, has expressed its own nuclear ambitions. With a pursuit aimed at balancing Iran's power, the kingdom has hinted at developing its own nuclear program, in a region already fraught with instability. The nuclear ambitions of these nations present a complex problem. On one hand, they have the right to peaceful nuclear power. On the other, the potential for nuclear arms development could escalate regional tensions and pose a threat to global security. Their pursuit of nuclear capabilities could potentially alter the global nuclear balance. Imagine the unthinkable. A world after a nuclear war. The immediate aftermath would be a sight of utter devastation. Cities would be reduced to rubble and ash, with infrastructure shattered beyond recognition. The environment would bear the brunt of such a catastrophe, with nuclear fallout leading to widespread contamination. This is not just about the physical damage. The economy would plunge into a deep, dark recession as trade and commerce would come to a standstill. The ripple effects would be felt globally, with no nation immune to the economic fallout. And then, there's the human cost. Millions, perhaps billions, would perish in the initial blast and ensuing radiation sickness. Those who survive would face a grim future, grappling with the long-term effects of radiation exposure, such as cancer and genetic mutations. Life as we know it would be altered irrevocably. The consequences of a nuclear war would be catastrophic and long-lasting. The potential for nuclear war underscores the importance of nuclear disarmament. We've journeyed through the intricate landscape of global nuclear power, from the primary players, the United States, Russia, and China, to the secondary forces such as the United Kingdom, France, and India. The controversial powers, including Pakistan, Israel, and North Korea, were also part of our exploration, as well as the aspirants like Iran and Saudi Arabia. In each scenario, the destructive capacity of nuclear weapons casts a long, ominous shadow. These devices, once detonated, can unleash devastation on an unimaginable scale, impacting not just the immediate area but the entire planet. The aftermath of a nuclear war would be catastrophic, leaving no winners, only survivors in a world scarred by radiation and death. While the power dynamics of nuclear weapons are complex, the path to a safer world lies in cooperation, diplomacy, and disarmament. It is a path we must tread, for the alternative is too terrible to contemplate.